welcome to the
Creator
Show. Okay, let's do that. So today we have something really exciting on this show. As you can see, I'm holding a fork. So
It's always exciting when there's food and there's Jane. When there's Jane and food, then it's exciting.
Yes, just to stay in tune, and then let's introduce our master, Sri Akarshana. Namadish.
Namodesh.
And today we have Nascia joining us again.
Hello.
And today we have Rebecca G flying from India to join us.
How come she's flying every week from India?
I know.
I think that's over
very
now.
tiring.
I think she already flew. She can't fly every episode.
And it's probably not a good time to fly at the moment as well.
There you go.
Yeah. So today, I was just thinking it would be nice to show some different element and different personality that we have.
I think what she means is it'll be nice to see a different version of Jane. When she's eating, she's a whole different character. Her eyes light up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Master, I remember when we were in a restaurant, you actually recommend me to seriously put in some like meditation or thoughts that I want to manifest when I'm eating, because my vibration was just really high.
It raises instantly whenever she sees food. And I said, hey, that should be your meditation from now on.
Look at the light in her eyes right now.
Sparkling.
Was it her? It's her and Man are equally like that. They can sit there and just watch on YouTube. They will type in food and just watch food. Man was doing the same thing also, watching a kebab spin, and then he's just sitting there, very focused. Right after like half an hour, we go over and say, "Man, what are you watching?" And then there's just this kebab meat just spinning, just spinning, and it's like, "What are you doing?" And
That's
he's
really
like,
just
Meditation.
it looks so good.
Meditation.
I think Jane's on a similar level, huh?
Maybe a little bit higher. Because when I first started turning vegetarian, I was actually watching ASMR crunchy food on all the social media platforms to just satisfy the fact I couldn't eat meat. Yeah.
Who made this food anyway?
So today, Nash, would you like to introduce?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
This
So
doesn't
I
look like
made the
Chinese
food.
food, huh?
No, it's not Chinese food. It's just Nascia's food.
Nascia's
Yes,
food,
it's just Nascia's food. So basically, I just make a twist of vegetarian food without onion, garlic, mushrooms,
Egg.
and egg.
And
Yes.
no meat.
And no meat. Yes, there's no meat. So if I faint later, right? It's because I haven't had meat all day today.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
That's a strong.
I didn't do that on purpose. It's just I don't have time to. Yeah. So that's the food.
Everybody else is now struggling with toilet roll. And upset about toilet roll, not enough toilet roll, and
And
Nash is
struggle.
about meat.
Yeah, it's about meat. Toilet roll is fine. You can just go shower.
Oh, I
Can
just
you
got some
know?
weird visual in my head. Just go shower. This is perfect for food.
I was actually saying to Nash that, if you run out of toilet roll, just use the Indian way.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't go there, right?
Or
Blame
use kitchen
Jen.
towel.
Okay,
This is
blame
this is
Jen.
not how we usually prepare before
Yeah.
food. By the way, it's
So-
just
Yeah, we do
it's just-
pray.
yeah, we do pray. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay,
is
can we
becoming so
can
funny.
we okay, I know today we got something I think it's a big topic. Everyone's talking about it. Actually, I didn't want to post too much about this thing because I know everybody's got their focus on it right now, but I think it's nice for us to at least shed some light at a time where the whole world is like everybody's in hiding right now, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe to shed some light over some food. So I'll let you guys begin, and I'm going to start my food. I think Rebecca can say some nice words. Yeah.
Dear Lord, thank you very much for this energy that you have created here. And thank you for the ability to share this energy with all of the people around the world that are right now watching this video. And thank you for this food. Let this food nourish our body, mind, and soul. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys start the topic. I'll start eating first.
Let's start. I actually don't know what to say other than focusing on food.
Okay, why don't I start a little bit?
Yes,
So you
please.
can have some food.
Yes, so you can have some
That's
food.
awesome.
The
Okay,
carrot,
everybody-
the carrot is
everybody
really
can-
good.
Everybody can
The
carrot
carrot.
is really good.
their food.
Compliments to the chef for the carrot. Do you know I did that?
Angela.
You know when I used to work in a Chinese restaurant, cooking chef. A customer had called the waitress to come call the chef out. He's got some words for me. I thought it was a complaint. You know, we always say, "Oh no, someone's gonna complain." So I walk out. Then he goes to me. He says, "Are you the chef?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Compliments
Aw.
to the chef." I said, "Thank you." And then he said, like, it was so good. The prawn crackers was very, very good.
Did you fry that prawn cracker? Or you were just
Well,
out of
someone fried the prawn crackers,
Yeah.
but that was my
Okay.
efforts were not in the prawn crackers. you see.
We could pass on a tissue to master.
Talk about
Anyway.
that.
Compliments on the carrot, very good.
Yeah.
Too.
We'll talk-
Jokes apart, we want to quickly touch base with everyone on what is happening in the world. I know that everyone is a little bit, worried inside. Some people are in full-on panic mode, and there are also people out there who are thinking that nothing's going to happen. As yogis and yoginis out there, we also have to be very, very aware what is happening around us, what is happening in the world. But at the same time, being balanced is key. We cannot be either careless or go into the panic mode. We have to understand our circumstance at the moment right now and take precautionary measures so that we remain safe. But at the same time, not join into the panic mode. Do not panic buy. Buy in what you would usually do over a week. The groceries that you buy in for a week, it makes sense. But
I think it's very important what Rebecca is saying actually, because yesterday one of the fans had messaged on the Instagram and said, "I really like your work and appreciate your work. However, with coronavirus going on and everything, do you really think you guys should be having such a good time and everything, like posting good time?" And so I think that people need to understand, aware, panic is there. Even within our own trainings, even yesterday, we said, hey, where you can prevent from physical contact with people and different things, or going into public places, these precautions must be there, exactly what Rebecca's saying. But at the same time, we can't channelize all our energies towards all the negativity.
absolutely.
Yeah. I think I will talk now, so everyone else can.
Okay. Thank you, Nat.
Just me being intim. So yeah, I don't know if you knew me. So my background is from Taiwan and Singapore.
You say this every show now.
Do I?
I don't know if you know me.
I don't know if you know
can't
me.
say that
Everybody
I'm
knows
gonna
you
say
by
that
now. You're
later.
famous.
Is that? But anyway, so I don't. So it was a really different culture when we are in Asia. So like people will know, like we wearing a lot mask all the time, even with or without any flu or any this kind of things, just for air pollutions. And then like people will say actually mask doesn't do anything. And in Europe, in England, people just don't wear mask. So like the other week, we even see news about some people saying, well, wearing mask is really actually bad. So just things like this are just really,
It's bad because
I don't know.
I think it's bad.
Just there's news talking about wearing masks is actually bad. So, like bad for the virus, even help with the virus or doesn't help at all. So for us, it's really difficult to understand that from Asia background. But I just want to put things into perspective. It's all different angles. So what we can do is just to make sure that we're protecting ourselves, and then like follow government policy, and there's never 100% perfect government, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like different government, they will do the decision depends on different procedures. So we don't condone anyone, but we just like keep not. I know it's sometimes difficult for people to keep positive, but we just should be maybe.
That's why Creator Circle exists.
Yes. So we are here to help you to be positive, but even you cannot, you feel you're really stressed out, but just think what you can do, because just being stressed doesn't help. Panic buy doesn't help.
No.
But,
No.
but I think what Rebecca was saying just before is, I mean, it's very important to understand a little bit of what you're saying here as well. The balance between the two things is saying positivity is there, but also don't let ego play in and feel you're invincible.
Exactly.
Energies are powerful. Negativity is powerful. So things that come in, they're powerful. It's happening, you know.
Yeah.
And so we need to use our intelligence also.
Absolutely.
So everything, precautions need to be there. But at the same time, that is the precautions, that's the science behind the virus and things like that. This we should understand. The facts we should see.
Yes.
That is truth that's happening right now. But at the same time is saying, hey, our energies should not be distracted and
Yeah.
focused towards those things.
Yes. But just coming from the perspective, so that was a science. The virus happens and that's affecting our human's body. But from spiritual perspective, why, like, how does such things happen? Because it has to be at the right timing, right time for certain things to happen. And right now, 2019, at the end of 2019, things kick off. And there just happen to be people are not aware about it, so they travel around and then get spread. So, in spiritual perspective, how do you think about it? Like, what's the
So-
energy of the earth?
Rebecca G will answer that first. Anything that's missed out, then I'll come in.
Master is busy eating right now. Anyway, in spirituality, in general, what the universe looks for is balance. So if anything is unbalanced, the energies try to balance it out. Negative or positive that is happening is what is trying to keep the balance going in nature. So we shouldn't just look at coronavirus specifically. You should look at everything that is happening. You are born and then you die. Every day somebody is getting born. Every day somebody is dying. The balance has to happen. There is food chain that somebody eats something in the animal kingdom. That balance needs to happen. So the tiger eats the smaller animals. The smaller animals eat the grass, and so that the balance happens. When balance happens, life flourish. So this is what we should be concentrating on, and not just one particular example of
Yes.
why this happened to us.
So, because there was tsunami, Australia fires, and coronavirus, does that mean, because it happened very soon, like one after another, does that mean before all this happened, the positive energy was, hey, I'm really high, and then now it's like, that was, and then now it's like, okay, universe is like, okay, it's time to get balance. So things happen, or
What about if you look at the perspective of the universe looking at us? Oh, you guys, you human beings are destroying too much. Let's balance you out a little bit. That could be the balance too.
yeah,
We can't say either this way or that way, but we do have to respect what nature does. That something is off balance, and that nature tries to balance it out.
yes. So I know I was actually eating this, and then
Jane, where are you?
Grass.
She's with the food.
and then just thinking about balance and what Nascia was saying about coming from Asian background and all that kind of stuff. I'm just thinking that I used to think from different perspective. I just think people who eat vegetables are pathetic.
Oh, what?
Pathetic.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, that's a strong word.
That is strong word, because that's how I see it. Because people have different perspective. However, now I like it. I can't really imagine me eating meat again.
Apart from
And-
KFC,
Well, I
whenever
imagine
she sees it,
Every
Just
time.
in our head.
she eats it in there.
I eat it in my head.
Every day I drove her home, she was saying, "I really want chicken." I'm like, "Are we going now?"
It's so
just
funny.
on the way home.
And what were her words just now? I can't imagine myself ever eating meat again.
Yeah, I can't imagine it, but I can imagine the taste of it.
I feel that's torture. And she said, "No, she's really enjoying it. I can't. If I want something, I want something."
Yeah, but then Master, if you remember our conversation like a year and a half ago, you were like, Jane, just practice eating vegetables. I was like, no. And then and Master was like, yeah, the time is not right yet. And then now the time is right. So I was just thinking, there's a lot more people turning vegetarian or pescatarian or vegans. That means humans have the awareness of what's been happening in the world, and we do want to do something, contribute to balance it out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And other than diet, what else can we do? Maybe.
To balance out? To balance
To
out?
balance out, maybe we destroy too much.
Meat.
No.
But that balance is happening. Both sides is working. So the creation is happening, the destroying is happening, and it will continue, and both will grow. So it continues to grow. This conversation I had with Grandmaster once also, and talking about a lot of people talking about shift of consciousness,
Yep.
and saying that, oh, people are becoming more and more conscious. And what usually positive spirits mean when they say that is they are meaning more people are more into positivity and love. But that's because they're positive, and that's what they focus on, and that's what you see. And that's the world they live in, that's their reality. But you can't deny that there's more things, bad things also happening around the world,
Absolutely.
and negative spirits are also getting stronger. So this is the balance that Rebecca was talking
Yeah.
about before. So I think that we can say there is a shift of consciousness. Yes, it means that both sides are becoming more conscious. Both sides are becoming more intelligent. And this goes to everything, and it must happen in this way also. Just like, for example, like not so long ago, there was the SARS virus. And so that what we concluded is we managed to fight it off. But what you fight always fights back. So it's very normal nature. It's human nature. It's biology. Antibodies are created. New things are formed. Now they have all these different new letters and numbers, and then new viruses come. So everything like that just happens in waves, and it'll just continue. I think for us, we just what I always say to people, because some people, they say, oh, well, then what's the point if everything's always balanced out? Well, I say, well, it's time to make a decision then, that's all. And you need to decide. So for who are you fighting for? Imagine there's two chief officers, I always say. And one chief officer up there is, I'm the chief officer of positivity. Next chief officer, I'm the chief officer of negativity. No one is right, no one is wrong. This is what we need to come to understanding, because we must respect all energies. So in that sense, because if without the other, existence would cease.
Absolutely.
And so
Yes.
and so when we come to respect both, then we need to come to a decision of, hey, which order are we going to follow? Which one are we going to follow? And if you decide that, hey, I like the experience of positivity more, which we hope everybody who's watching the show is going down that way, then we are moving with the positive energies. And so I think we just play our part in terms of acts of compassion, what you're talking about there with food, acts of compassion, understanding energies, and moving with love. And I think that's everything we do. We practice whatever compassion, kindness, share love wherever we can. And I think that's the best we can do, especially during such challenging times
Yeah.
that's happening now.
Yes. Thank you,
Don't we
Master.
have a meditation portal coming up?
Yes. So everyone, for those of you who don't know it yet, or those of you who know, we have global open portal meditation for coronavirus and protection this Saturday, which is the 21st of March at 2 p.m. 2 p.m.
That is 4.
2 p.m.
That's for
2 p.m. UK time. So make sure you click the link
Chinese people
before.
very naturally do this. It just
Make sure you
happens.
click the link below and register your reserve your spot so you can join us for the global meditation. It's gonna be a huge one, because
Thousands of people. Thousands of people will be joining their
in.
energies.
And just imagine you contribute in this big movement to help you yourself, your loved one, to give them protection from the universe, and to pray for the people who are suffering from coronavirus. So please join in. look forward to see you.
Yes. It's very, very important that people come together in community, because when we come together as one whole unit, the energy is much, much stronger. That's why we have a community here that is all positive and that's doing the same thing. Imagine the vibration that we are putting out in the universe when we all, thousands of us, come together and we pray and send out the vibes to heal to those people who are affected, and protection for the people who are near and dear ones. That itself is, very big. So please do join in and be part of this big meditation portal and share energies with us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gee, when you were talking, I was just thinking, I had this old image going around in my head. It's like Master open a big hole on the sky, everyone pray, and this energy just go out to the universe, and the universe is talking to us, so it comes down as well.
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's like
That's
that.
a beautiful
Like
visual.
yeah.
And then this kebab drops down. A KFC,
No.
And the
family,
KFC bucket
a KFC
drops.
family bucket.
It's a chicken drops down, and it's a chicken,
And then the whole world is healed.
That'd be nice.
But do you guys know, the science and technology is so advanced right now. They actually produce meat without killing animals. So it's an actual meat, but not from animal. They
What are your thoughts with that? Do you not feel it's very interesting?
I think it is very interesting. That's why I haven't tried it. But I'm just letting you know, FYI. For those of you who know it already, that's great. For those of you who don't, FYI.
I don't want to know that. Still.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
feel really
very weird.
disturbing. So if I've been really difficult, G, if I'm being really difficult and say, so just now we are talking about balance, and now we are producing this huge positive vibration, and then meaning we are feeding the
Well,
negativities.
we have to choose where our focus goes, right? It cannot be, we cannot bring that thought, and that if I increase my positivity, then negativity will also grow. They will do their own job. They have their own armies. They have their own thing going on. So it's like a different department of the universe where they work for their own thing. We have to do our part. We have to perform our life duties without thinking what the other people are going to do or what the different energies are going to do. So if we think in that way, then whatever we are doing right now is not effective.
We just concentrate on ourselves, what
Absolutely.
we can do.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just being.
It's a
there'll be
very
some
good question.
people.
It's not.
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
Difficult one at all, because we're saying that everything is balanced, and if we're increasing this, is it also increasing here, because we need to have a balance? It may happen, but we're gonna not focus on that one.
Yeah. So we just decide if we want to be angry all the time, or if we want to be happy like Jen all the time.
Just give her
Only when there's
something.
food.
Just give her some food.
You
and
should
she'll
have
be
seen
happy.
her during 3-day water fast.
Oh,
She looked like she was going to
I've
kill
seen
someone.
that, so that's why I wouldn't be there. I will not do fasting. I can
Seriously,
say
if,
it
that,
now.
if at that time there was coronavirus or Jane, you'll be more scared of Jane.
guys,
I
that's
know.
not true.
I've been
I'm
there.
lovely.
I've been there. I know that.
Just don't get her to fast.
We'll talk about fasting. Like, a lot of people been asking questions about fasting, when to fast, how to fast, and why fasting. And Rebecca G, I few people asked Rebecca G, and I happened to be there. And Rebecca G gave the answer of, you need to know why you are fasting. So there need to be a goal, and under whose guidance, right? So
Absolutely.
what is it all about? Like, why fasting is good, and why do we have to do it under someone's guidance?
Why do we have to do it under guidance?
Yeah,
you
because-
would only do it under guidance if the guidance is given for a specific person for a specific purpose, right? So fasting is, a lot of people are fasting, doing a lot of different fasts now. But I think that people start just buying into trends and they don't even know what they're doing it for. It's just like it's like yoga practice also. A lot of people practicing certain things, they don't know why they're practicing it. What are they practicing for? So I think if you need to know yourself, you need to know who you are, or you are following guidance. So if you let's say, for example, some people, there's so many different fasting though. It depends for what reason. That you can fast for more consciousness. Your sensories heighten. You get more connected. That could be a reason. Some people can be fasting for intermittent fasting for losing weight. You see, that there's a goal. Some people are fasting to cleanse the system, cleansing system. So then that's when last time we did like 3-day fast, things like that. When you're eating pizzas every day, then my command to you is very simple: 3-day water fast, because then we need to cleanse.
I remember why I was being advised from master that I need to fast, because I was so addicted to food.
So yeah, it could be mind training is also fasting.
That would helpful.
That could be something, because mind will play a lot of it'll try to trick you into eating. That's why we thought we found an egg under your bed. Did we tell you about that? Did we tell you?
Yeah.
What happened?
Somebody found
What
an egg in her bed.
We just we were clearing,
Boiled
because she was staying at our guest room, and then one day we were clearing out the guest room, and then we seen, hey, wait there a second, why under Jane's bed there's an egg? We're like, oh, we were fasting last week. She was hiding eggs under her bed. It was so funny. And then we wouldn't dare touch it, because we thought, oh, it's been so long. What is there? Could be something inside, or what's going on, you know? And Bella comes over and says, what are you looking at? And then I said, oh, there's an egg there. She said, yeah, why is there egg there? I said, I think Jane was eating eggs during fasting. And then she walked over. She said, let me have a look. She picks up. She said, oh, it's some quartz crystal.
Egg shape.
Egg shape.
That's not mine, by the way.
That's
Now
stereotype.
you know. Now you know everybody's perception of you.
Come on, I better have
So
something
naive.
else.
No, it wouldn't be egg. It'd be Doritos and hummus.
Yeah, that's my new favorite.
Oh,
Yeah.
So anyway, how do you guys find the food?
no, it's really
The
nice.
food is very good.
It's very
Nash
nice.
is
And it's-
really good cook.
Yeah.
Thank you very
And
much.
it's hard to believe there's no onion, no garlic.
Yeah.
And there's
Hard to
some-
believe.
Hard to believe there's no meat.
Yeah.
No,
So
I know there's no meat.
Is this a Beyond Burger or something? Is this some meat?
Beyond meat.
Mince.
Yeah, Beyond Meat.
Beyond mince. Is that what it
Something
is?
like that.
beyond burger meat, and we
No.
chopped it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, while everyone,
Jane likes food so much she has shares in Beyond Burger, right? Beyond Meat.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does taste like a meat. But
So that's why every time she buys Beyond Burgers, she feels like she's just taking money from left pocket, put in right pocket. Huh? Paying yourself.
yeah, I do have this dog. But are we allowed to say that?
What do you mean?
Like, we keep mentioning about Beyond Meat. Maybe I should ask them to sponsor us.
Next time, yeah.
No, something.
Creators, this is
She
the
wants
mindset-
life supply. Lifetime supply.
mindset you should have. That's manifested. But anyway, thank you so much for guys to tune in today, and let us know what you think about the new element as eating food.
Actually, it's a bit of a struggle. Speaking and eating is very struggling.
don't
No?
you
Yeah, they're
find
talking
hard?
about fasting. I'm just eating.
But don't you find it a bit more light?
Oh yeah, I think
Emotional light.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Maybe.
good. Yeah.
Going through tough and scared and doubt and fear happening. I had a friend actually from school, a Chinese friend, who said he's a security guy, and he's getting hassled by a lot of people now because he's Chinese,
Oh.
and like. Yeah, he said that every day he feels fear and things like that, because it feels like the whole world's turning on them and things like that. So
Yeah.
what type of advice were people in doubt and fear and things like that during this time? What would you give people?
Yeah, that's a very nice way of you know explaining or what is happening around here. Today I read an article of people from Northeast India, where I come from, that people are getting racist because of the way we look, and he said that people are calling them coronavirus to the person.
It actually happened to me on Saturday. I was sitting in Starbucks, and the kids would just walk past, and he was like, coronavirus, and he just run away.
Whoa.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we have to act with love it's very, very important that at this time, globally difficult time, that we maintain our calm, that we don't turn this to a people issue or a country issue, because nobody wants this to happen. Everybody wants to live a comfortable, good life, and nobody even thought that this something like this would happen. But now it's a global pandemic. Having said that, we need to be very careful that we don't turn this to a nation issue, a people issue. We all act intelligently by making sure that we are keeping ourselves clean, washing our hands, do not panic buy everything, do not clean out all the hand sanitizers, all the toilet rolls in the stores. It doesn't make sense. And if you see two, take one for you and leave the other for the next person. We have to act from love, and to also have some patience, and because this is the down. After a down, there will be an up. So we are already waiting for the up to happen. So in this time of down, have some patience. Figure out what's the best way to make sure that you're safe, your family is safe. And if there are people out there who are already suffering, there are a lot of cases where I read that they are getting better. So all you need to do is make sure you quarantine yourself and work on getting better, because this is not the end. This is just making sure that we are stronger in our lives.
Yes. Thank you, Ji, and thank you, Master, and
Thank you.
Nascia, for attending this creator show. Always showing up with
She's so funny. She's just so happy to continue her food.
I haven't even finished yet. Can I finish and then we can finish? Okay, let me quickly finish.
What?
No.
No, finish the
No.
show.
Just kidding. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know what you think about today's show, and do you have any ideas that you want to add into our show? Let us know. We
Any
are
recipes?
and recipes, by the way. Yes.
Any
And
questions? Any things you're going through that you would like answered? Maybe we could also, on the next show, address some of the issues that's going on right now to be
Yes.
able to shine some light or shed some light at these challenging times, you know?
yes, of course. So make sure to let us know, comment below, and don't forget to move your finger and mouse to the subscription button.
Nobody uses mouse anymore.
Your fingers.
Where,
Finger
whatever,
gestures.
whatever.
Whatever way you're gonna get there.
Click the like
Click
button.
that. Click that subscription.
This is torture.
It's so
I think what she wants to say is like.
what you want to say is I want
Comment.
to eat.
Subscribe.
Yeah. And those of you who haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We create weekly shows for you, and if you haven't whether you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to the podcast show yet, you can subscribe to the podcast. You can find us on all podcast channels. I am Creator. You'll be able
Yes.
to find us there. Or subscribe to YouTube also if you're listening on the podcast show. I think that's it.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye.
Namaste.